everybody, it's Kathy Champion with Random Acts of Crafting, and once again, welcome back to my craft room. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And as you can see, I have this Christmas paper pad in front of us, and I think I got this for Christmas last year, and we draw names in our family, and my niece got my name and she got me this pack of paper. This is a recollection, so I know this came from Michael's, but anyway, it is a really pretty paper pack. So I chose some papers out of this, and I used some of the cut aparts because it did have a nice, let's see if I can find them. It did have a nice selection of cut aparts. So that's what I wanted to kind of show you, that how you can take a paper pad that has some cut aparts like this. And I did choose one that I cut apart for our card. So let's go ahead and show you what I've got. This is going to be a little bit different card than what we normally make, because it is going to be a somewhat of a designer card. But let's go ahead and start first with our pieces and our card base. Our card base is just a standard A-fold card. Let me get all my papers out, and I cut this at 4 1/4 by 11, scored it at 5 1/2, standard A-fold card. And this is going to be a landscape card. We're going to actually open it like this. Now there is a lot of layering on this card, so bear with me. What I decided to do is I'm going to matte this green with this beautiful red, and then we're going to matte that with this pretty plaid, because what screams Christmas more than plaid? And then I thought I was going to just kind of accent it with this little piece here. So I'm going to center that right up in the middle. And now here's where our cut apart comes in. This is the cut apart I used, and I chose this because it matches our mat right here. It also has the gold that's in this piece. So that's how I chose these papers. So now once we get to the inside, let's open our card. And on the inside I'm going to matte. Yes, there's a lot of mats on this card. I'm going to matte this card right here, just like that, and this side as well. And we're going to have a construction strip on the inside of this card, and this little strip, you're going to center it up in the middle, and then you're going to, once you get that centered up in the middle, you're going to come over and you're going to glue this side down like that. And then you're going to lay this piece down and you're going to glue it down on the other side, just like that. But what's going to happen when you open this card, this piece is going to come up, and it's going to be almost like a pop out, just like that. And then on the back, and then on inside of those, where those little things are, we're going to build some panels and decorate the inside. But then we've got our back, so we have another piece of red and another piece of plaid, and I'm sorry, you know what, I don't think that's right. No, that's the front. On the back I'm not going to matte, I'm just going to put another piece of plaid. So the back is just going to be another piece of plaid. Okay, I'll tell you what, let's put this card together so you can get a better idea of where I'm coming from with this. So let's go ahead and start out with our mats, because this is a very straightforward card until we get on the inside. And it's not a hard card, but it is a dramatic card. So I'm hoping that a lot of my newbie crafters out there, or people that feel a little bit intimidated by some card making techniques, that this will be an easy card for you. But what we're going to do is we're just going to glue this piece down. So I'm going to grab some art glitter glue. And I did clean my craft room up just a little bit over the weekend because everything was just in a mess. So I did get my crafting table cleaned off and a little bit of organization done, because you know we all have to do that from time to time, be it our craft room, our kitchen, or wherever we work at on a regular basis. We have to kind of jazz it up. Now I'm just putting down a good little amount of glue, just like that. And then we're going to center this up, and I've only left 1/8 of an inch around this, so we're going to be really careful to try to get this down. You're going to have just the tiniest little bit of green peeking around the outside of that, just like that. Okay, then the next piece we're going to put down is our plaid, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to load it up with some glue. Just like that, and just put that right there and press it down. And now we're going to do the same thing with this piece. This is a nice rich thick card. We're also going to make a little tie for this card. You can use a belly band if you like. But I think for the sake of it being Christmas and just making it a pretty card, I'm going to get some gold ribbon, and we're going to make a beautiful tie. So I'm also going to show you how to put that in. Now we need to put this piece on. I think I'm going to, I think I want to corner punch the edges of these, and I've been loving the scallop and the stub crocodile, so I'm going to use the scallop, and I'm going to put that in just like that, just to give the card a little bit more interest right there on those corners. Little things like this that you do, little embellishments that you put on your card, all of that can really make a card pop. I like that. And I have wine and dogs this morning. They did not like the food that I put down for them this morning, so they think if they whine that I'll give in and give them something else, but that's not the way it works. Normally they eat the food fine, but my little girl, she knows that there's treats in there, and a lot of times she does not want to eat. Now I'm going to turn this over, and I am going to use my plaid on the back. We're going to go ahead and put that down. I hope everybody's ready for our upcoming holiday. This begins the first day of our holiday week. So I know a lot of people have off this week from work. My husband wasn't quite so fortunate. He is, when he gets off tomorrow, we are going to be heading out of town. I am going to do my best. I do have one other video that we'll post during the time that I'm out, and I'm hoping to get one more up to today. So if I get that done, at least there'll be 2 up, and then when I get back home, hopefully I'll get another video up pretty soon. But the holidays does make it a little hard for people that do YouTube, because you have family and you have gatherings and things that you have to get to, as well as trying to keep your viewers happy, because I don't want you guys to miss me too much. I know I certainly am going to miss everybody, but I will have my phone and probably my laptop with me, so I'll stay in touch that way. But I know I am going to miss talking to y'all, and even though I'm not directly talking to you, when I'm sitting here in my craft room, I'm actually thinking of all my subscribers as I'm teaching, and some of y'all have become very near and dear to my heart. So I would definitely appreciate prayers for safe travels. I don't like to travel during the holidays. The traffic is so bad, but my husband's the driver in the family, so we'll be fine. Alright, so, oops, you know what? I need to take that back up. I was talking and did not think about my ribbon that I need to put under here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to get a place up right here. And that should work. And let's try, yep, that's going to work. That gives me a place right there. Oh, that little spatula comes in so handy. So let me grab the ribbon that I have in mind. And it is a beautiful gold. You'll probably see me use this gold before. But I love this ribbon. I think it's so pretty. And I think on this card that we're accenting the gold so beautifully. So what I'm going to do now is here's my ribbon, and I am going to cut a piece about this long. And what I want to do is tuck this ribbon in, and I'm going to use my spatula to help me get this in. I wish I had thought. I get ahead of myself so many times when I'm crafting. Do y'all do that? It's so easy to do. Okay, that's going to work. And we can trim the end of it, you know, if we need to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my fingernail and lift that and just squirt a little glue under there. And I've got a good amount because I can see it oozing. And that's what I want, because I want that ribbon to really adhere. And then while that's adhering, I'm going to cut another piece about the same length, maybe about like that. And we're going to go back over here and bring that up just a little bit. And then we're going to see if we can just get this in here, just like that. Now I'm going to bring this together because I want these ribbons to line up just like that. And they do, so that's a good thing. So now I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to get my little tip under here, and I am going to squirt some glue. Now that would have been a lot easier had I thought to do this before I put that mat down. So don't do what I did. Cut your ribbon and have it in front of you so you will remember to do this. This is an important little step. Okay, let's see, what did I do with my... You clean up your craft room and then you can't find anything because you move stuff. And we're all creatures of habit. I know I am. And I will have stuff in certain places, and even when I make any changes, I still reach to that same place for my my tool or my crafting material. So I think we're all creatures of habit. Okay, let's turn the card back around. Now this right here, we are going to trim these ribbons, but I wanted to make sure I had enough that would be enough to showcase the card and have enough to tie it pretty. So we'll trim those after we get the inside piece in. So now we're going to come right about where that ribbon is, and what we want to do is put that down right in the middle, and then we're going to glue this piece, and then we are going to fold that piece down and put some glue on it. So let's see if that's going to work. Yeah, maybe just a little bit over. Okay, so I am going to hold this right here, and because I want to keep it in that place because this is where I want it to live. And I'm going to go ahead and put glue down on this. Just like that, and then holding that right in the middle, I'm just going to fold this piece out, just like so. And we'll just give it a few minutes to get that adhered. And now once that is adhered, we can just fold this piece back over like this, and we're going to put glue on here. And then we're just going to fold the card onto this, just like that, pressing it down. And just put a little pressure on it and hold it. And now when we open our card, we have this beautiful little pop out that will pop out with our wonderful little pieces. So that's where our pieces come in. These pieces right here measure 2.5 by 2.5, and we have 4. We'll have 1 for each one of these. So we're going to adhere them here. I might need to cut these down here and here. Nope, I think that's going to work. And maybe we might cut these 2 down. Let's see. I think that's actually going to work. And we're going to come back and we're going to put green ones in the middle. So I'll tell you what, before we put these together, let's go ahead and center up our pieces so that when we glue them down, we'll have this card pretty much ready to go. I got a couple little more embellishments I want to do on the front of it and finish up this inside, and that's how quick this card has come together. So let's go ahead and build our little pieces. So I cut, this is 2.5, and these are 2 by 2, 2.5 by 2.5, and 2 by 2, and you need 4 of each. So all I'm going to do now is I am going to glue these. I'm going to center them into the middle, and we are going to put those down. Just like this. Okay, that's one. Go ahead and get each one of these glued on. And then this one. And then one more. And then we'll have our last one, and then we're going to decorate these before we put them in. Like I said, this is not a hard card to make. You really don't need any special tools, maybe a trimmer and a scoreboard, and you are good to go. I just love these colors. Now, the only thing I used, like I said, I used some paper out of that paper pad that I showed you, and I added a couple of sheets of the Brutus Monroe, and one is in Wagon, and the other one is in, the green is Jurassic. And what I was looking for is colors that would coordinate good with the red and the green that was in that plaid. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to embellish these little pieces. And I found these little pieces, and these are Christmas trees, and I thought they were so cute. So I'm going to take 2 of these Christmas trees and 2 poinsettias. And I think what I want to do is put a Christmas tree right here in the middle. And see, cards do not have to be super complex. You can do simplicity and still make a beautiful, beautiful statement in your cards. So I'm going to put that right there. And let's see if we want the, I think we're going to do an every other one. Like that. And put my little, one of my little stickers came off. And we're going to stick them back in there. Now these were some that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and these are Jolie Boutique. And I have some on order, some Jolie Boutique little items that will be in my store hopefully right after Christmas. I'm hoping my order to be in a little bit after Thanksgiving, so we'll see. Now I got these little poinsettias, and how cute are those? And I think I'm going to put a couple of these on each one of the corners of these, like maybe like that. I'm thinking I want something in the middle. Isn't it funny how you think you've got the card together, and then as you look at it, you're like, I I need something else. I'm wondering, these are not real sticky. We're going to go back and put some art glitter glue on these. And these I think I got from Tuesday morning. And they're just called glitter poinsettias. And again, we collect and accumulate our little embellishments. So just pull out and use what you have. I would love the word believe and peace through the middle of those. So give me just a second. I'm going to look at my stamps and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back, and I did find a stamp set that I'm going to use. This is Prompted Memories stamp set, and this is one of the newer ones, and this is just a lot of words that you can use, and I chose Making Merry, because I think Christmas is a time for us to make merry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put making across this one and merry across this one, and I think I might put those on maybe in the middle like so. I still think I like these to the outside, and maybe every other one. Are the trees to the inside? All the decisions we have to make. I think I like it like that, and making merry on each one of those. So what I did is I went ahead and put my stamps on the block, and this is a new set, so I did stamp these off on a scrap piece of paper before I came back with the camera on. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink this up, and I am using the VersaFine Black Onyx, my favorite go-to ink for any type of sentiment. And I'm going to move these off. Oops. I say I am. They got adhered better than I thought they were. It's okay, we're going to put them right back on in that same spot. So what I want to do is I want making to go at an angle across here. So I'm going to put this on my scoreboard so that it is, both of those peaks are on a line, and that will help me get this on straight. So I'm going to just stamp it down. I'm just going to hold it just for a few minutes and let the ink transfer. And there we go. We're making, and then we're going to do merry on this one. Let's see if this got adhered as well, and it did. Really don't want these on there yet because I want to put some glue on them for one thing. So this one is merry, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to angle this like this so that I make sure I get a good angle on that, and we're going to stamp merry right in the middle. Just like that. I'm Butterfingers today. I think I'm Butterfingers just about every day. So now I'm going to come back, and you see right here where I pulled that up and it left a little spot. That's okay. We're going to put some art glitter glue down, and then we are going to stick this right into it and press it. And we're going to do the same thing down here at the bottom. Just right on that corner. Anytime I'm making a card that has dimension, especially when it's on the inside, I really do like to use a little bit more glue. And this one just don't want to play now. So let's put a little glue on the back of that as well, because I do want these to be popped up. I think the dimension really does add to the dramatic effect that is going to happen when you open this card. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so these I think are good like they are. So now we need to do this one. This one wasn't quite as stubborn. They came up off of this one pretty good. So I'm going to just go ahead and put a dot of glue on both sides of that. And let's see. Set that poinsettia down in that glue. And you know, if you don't have the same very few of us have the same embellishments. And like I said, just go in your stash. That's what I did. And I just pulled out what would work. So now, to make it easy to get these in, what I'm going to do is I am going to put glue right through the middle of this. Just a good little amount. And that will assure that I'm catching the glue right where I need it to be. And I am going to just hold that in place. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the next panel. Just put some glue right through the middle. And you're just going to press this down on here, making sure that you're getting them even. And we're going to bring the card this way. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put glue right here in the middle and adhere the next Christmas tree. And again, use your the last one that you set as your guide for this one, because like I said, you want these to be nice and even. And then we're going to do our last one right here. Oops. And I'm putting the glue on the wrong place. Haha. Habit. I just told y'all we were gluing on the strip. How quick we forget. That's okay. I just wiped it off with a little bit of a little damp wipe, and it's going to be fine. So now we're going to set this one down just like that and press it. And then what you're going to do is pull this out like that, and this is the way our card's going to fold. Now if you're mailing this one, it is going to take a little extra postage because it is thick. And then you might want to say, well, where do we sign this card? Because here is what it looks like when you open it. Isn't that beautiful? And this is something that could be displayed on the mantle, on a table. I think this card is gorgeous. Look at that. So now let's go ahead and tie our ribbon. And then we can decide how much of this we want to cut off. And we're just going to tie, I can't talk today, a simple bow. Just like that. Now how pretty is that card to give to anyone? I think anybody that got this card would be thrilled with it. Now I am going to come down here and trim this just a little bit at an angle. This one's already at an angle, so we're good. And that completes. Now if you want a place to sign this, I would say put a piece of white on the back right here, and you could put your signature there. You could put a little panel right down here in the bottom and say it's from so-and-so, but I think this is such a cute card. Now before we leave, let's do a couple of more things just to kind of enhance this card a little more. Let me see. I want to put a little bit of bling or some pearls or something like that on it. I think that would bring it up to another level. So I am trying to think which, I don't know. I think that this card is so pretty like it is. I don't think it needs anything else. I was thinking maybe some pearls or something right here. Let's see. Maybe we can put just a little bit, and let's see how it's going to look. here's a little pack of bling that I have, and I've got these little bitty gemstones or pearls, and I'm going to use that second side, and I think I want to put one right there in the middle, and maybe a smaller one on each side. Oh, that's pretty. And then maybe we'll do one bigger one right here at the top, just like that. Okay, I think this is all we're going to do with this card. I think it's gorgeous. I think it came together really well. I think it has that dramatic effect when we open it. And I love it. I think it's just, it came together really well. And I hope that you will make this card. And if you do, share it with us on our Facebook group at Random Acts of Crafting by Kathy Champion. If you go there and search for that that title in your search bar, it will come up. You'll find my page, and you can request to join, and then you can share all your beautiful projects so that all of us in our group can see them. But again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Please like the video. Leave me a comment, especially if you're new. I like to hear from my new people, as well as my standbys that are always there to encourage me. I thank you so much. I am going to be away this week, and like I said earlier, I'm going to do my best to have at least a couple videos up for this week. So just bear with me and understand that this is a time to be with family. It's not like I can carry my craft room with me. We are traveling with our 2 puppy dogs, so that's going to be a handful in itself. But I just want to let y'all know how much you mean to me, and I want to thank you so much for always being supportive and the kind words that you leave me. I love you all so much. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving, and until we craft again, be kind, show kindness to others, show the love in your heart that Christ has put in your heart. Let that shine to those that are lost, a little feeling unfulfilled, and let's always pray for those people. They need our encouragement. They need our support and love. So, as I always say in closing, let everything you do and say bring glory to Him. He is so worthy. Until we craft again, bye-bye.